is ABC 7 News at 6. On the road, live from Dover Foxcroft. Presented by McCusick Petroleum and Berg Activewear.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for ABC 7 News at 6 live on the road. We are here in Dover Foxcroft, and specifically we are inside the Center Theater here in Dover Foxcroft. Typically you would find us outside, but the skies were looking a bit threatening a few moments ago, and so we are inside this gorgeous theater. We'll have more on what is coming up here in Dover Foxcroft, specifically the Whoopie Pie Festival, but first we have some important local headlines to get to. First tonight, the grandmother of 10-year-old Braxton Smith, who died after suffering what court records show to be months of abuse and neglect, has pleaded guilty. And our Callie Warren is live in studio with the latest there. Callie.
Thanks, Beth. Misty LaTourette's son, Joshua Smith, pleaded guilty yesterday to a murder charge in the 2024 death of 10-year-old Braxton Smith. LaTourette's plea hearing just wrapped up earlier this afternoon, where she also pleaded guilty to a charge of depraved indifference murder. According to LaTourette's attorney, the defense entered an Alford plea. It's a type of guilty plea where a defendant accepts a sentence without admitting their own guilt. LaTourette pleaded not guilty at her arraignment in June of 2024. Court records show that Braxton Smith died of blunt force trauma. His injuries were deemed consistent with battered child syndrome. When he died at St. Joseph's Hospital in February 2024, Braxton weighed just 48 pounds. For context, the average weight of a 10-year-old boy is expected to be closer to 70 pounds. The prosecution asserted this afternoon that LaTourette, alongside Braxton's parents, were complicit in starving him, restraining him with zip ties, and other forms of physical and mental abuse. A formal date for LaTourette's sentencing has not been set. She is expected to learn her sentence later this month. Live in studio, I'm Callie Warren for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News. Beth, back to you.
Well, Bangor police have arrested a man who allegedly assaulted a student he was dropping off at school. Bangor police spokesperson Katie England says at about 9:15 on Thursday morning, an officer was contacted by administration from a school on Moosehead Boulevard. England says school officials turned over video that allegedly showed a man they identified as John Davis hit and kick a student he was dropping off. Davis was taken to the Penobscot County Jail. He's being charged with domestic violence assault. Well, 3 days following Tuesday's primary election, the ranked choice voting tabulation process began this afternoon in Augusta. As our Doug Banks reports, though, it could take days before Mainers actually know which candidate won those key races.
Okay, let the fun begin.
The fun in this case is the tedious task of counting votes from across Maine for the Democratic and Republican gubernatorial races in the Democratic 2nd Congressional District race, which did not receive more than 50% of the votes after Tuesday's primary. So now it goes to a ranked choice voting tabulation process, which sifts through Mainers' second choices and on. Before all of that, though, ballots are uploaded into a database.
Once it's all uploaded into our database and all compiled together, that's when we're going to run the tabulation for the machines.
Locked metal boxes filled with ballots from Madawaska to Kittery were escorted by police into the public safety building in Maine's capital city.
There's 487 municipalities in the state, so it takes some time to process all that information.
The process is being conducted by the Secretary of State Department.
This process is very detailed, really meticulous. We have excellent professional election staff who are managing the entire process.
Including the longest tenured state election director in the country, Julie Flynn.
She is experienced, she knows what she's doing, and she's going to make sure every detail is exactly right before we move forward to the next step.
They will resume tabulations on Monday. They hope to have final results prior to next Friday. And similar to our last reporting, the process is open to the public, and it will be live streamed on their YouTube page. In Augusta, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news, with summer tourism season fast approaching, Bangor officials are urging drivers to make sure they don't have any outstanding parking tickets before heading downtown. As our Alex Schley tells us, the city is preparing to increase enforcement for chronic offenders.
Bangor parking officials have a simple message for drivers.
If you get 3 or more parking tickets, good to get them paid off.
Last summer, the city introduced the Barnacle, a large device that attaches to a vehicle's windshield and prevents it from being driven until outstanding fines are paid.
You still can come in here and pay. We'll still have somebody go take it off for you if you need it, or use a code on it. You can call up, pay your tickets, or use your phone, pay your tickets online. It gives you a code, you want to release it, you have 24 hours to bring it back to the office.
City officials say the intent isn't to catch people off guard.
But the ultimate goal is to get people to park 2 hours in a 2-hour zone so that space can be freed up for a customer who wants to go into a business downtown.
And with thousands of visitors expected to flood downtown during the summer months, officials say they're ready to take a tougher approach with drivers who continue to ignore their citations. City officials say, consider this your final warning. As
more of a courtesy, we do put something on somebody's windshield to tell them you're getting close to getting the barnacle, so you don't just walk out and see the barnacle. Again, that is something that we're doing as a courtesy. We don't have to be doing that, and probably eventually that will go away, and you'll just come out and you'll see the barnacle.
City officials say the barnacle is already being used regularly, and as summer activities ramp up, so too will enforcement efforts. In Bangor, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, there were some tense moments from inside a home in Frankfort on Thursday when firefighters from the Frankfort Volunteer Fire Department arrived. They found an electronic device had actually exploded. Now take a look at this video you're about to see. Focus your attention near the top of the stairs. At around 11:30 a.m. Thursday morning, a MetaQuest 3 VR headset exploded while charging on a nightstand. It caused a flash fire and sent debris and the family dogs scattering. According to Frankfort fire officials, the homeowner was outside when he heard the explosion, ran inside and put the fire out. No injuries were reported, but a Winterport ambulance was called to check the homeowner for smoke inhalation. Officials say they contacted the fire marshal's office to see if in fact there were any issues with the headset. Well, after a pilot program that began in March, Augusta City Hall will be making the jump and moving to a 4-day work week. According to the Augusta City manager, their new schedule will be Monday through Friday, and they'll be extending their hours to 7:15 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. He says a lot of their services can be found online, and they'll be utilizing a drop box for residents also to use.
It was basically trying it with our larger services that we provide. We didn't get a lot of negative feedback. Believe it or not, we're one of the last in Kennebec County to actually go to a 4-day work week municipality-wise.
Well, that new work schedule goes into effect July 13th. Mills says the move will help with staff retention, recruitment, and also save on building operational costs. Well, here in Dover Foxcroft, a local nonprofit is working to give one of Dover Foxcroft's largest public green spaces a much-needed facelift. Kiwanis Park, which is located behind the Piscataquis Regional YMCA, was built more than 2 decades ago. Now, community leaders are working to modernize the park and make it more accessible for people of all ages and abilities. Organizers say the restoration is part of a larger effort to preserve and revitalize public green spaces across the community.
Dover Foxcroft applied for a grant which covers providing expertise by numerous federal and state authorities on rural recreation opportunities in Dover Foxcroft and how we can apply those grant funds to our situation here in Dover.
Well, that project carries an estimated price tag of about $300,000, and organizers expect it will take about 2 years to raise the necessary funding. So far, the group has already secured roughly 1/3 of its fundraising goal. Once complete, supporters say the upgrades will help ensure the park remains a community gathering place for generations to come. Folks, now let's take a peek at our forecast.
Thank you very much. Our first weather today is brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience a quality automotive difference, reliable service, and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment at 922-2043. All right, some more toasty temperatures out there for today. 83 in Bangor. We saw 88 again in Millinocket out there for today. And lots of those low to mid 80s down to the southwestern portion of the state. But check out Freiburg at 90 for today. But that sea breeze is doing its thing, keeping you at 71 in Bar Harbor and 64 in Rockland. A bit more chilly for you there. But winds today are from the south here in Bangor. You're seeing more of an east wind along your coastline for today. But this is what's helping fuel those thunderstorms. You're seeing the south wind in Millinocket as well. That's where you're having those better chances for thunderstorms in the area. And as we go into tonight, a few of those can make their way into Bangor right around 8:30 or so, and we'll have another line of storms. Not so much thunder, maybe just some heavy downpours passing right around 2 a.m., making its way through Bangor all the way up to Presque Isle as well. This will be a nice line that passes by, but again, no severe threat with these storms on the way. We'll clear out for your Saturday with plenty of sunshine. So overnight tonight, we do have a few more chances for showers and thunderstorms between the hours of midnight to around 3 a.m., then drying out with lows near the low 60s.
Folks, just ahead, I'll be speaking with Whoopie Pie Festival organizer Patrick Myers about the upcoming festivities. Stay with us.
The Whoopie Pie Festival is coming to Dover Foxcroft, and Berg Activewear is pleased to be a part of it again this year. Thank you for letting us be a sponsor, and we're looking forward to all the new flavors. Berg Activewear, celebrating 40 years of screen printing and embroidery.
On the road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from the Whoopie Pie Festival in Dover Foxcroft, is brought to you by Belly of the Beast, home of the Texas-style dark bark, where brisket is sliced in front of you. Come to the Center Theater in downtown Dover Foxcroft for great concerts, plays, movies, and more, celebrating 20 years in 2026. Moosehead Motorsports, providing sales and service for Can-Am ATVs, Sea-Doo personal watercrafts, and Ski-Doo snowmobiles.
I was one of those kids that never knew what they wanted. Something hit me that this was what I was meant to do. I wanted to take care of people. I would recommend taking a CNA program to anybody who wants to be in healthcare. You get to feel for all the different positions that you can do after being a CNA. When I hit my 1 year working here in September, I felt as though this was my place and I was ready to do anything and conquer anything that was thrown at me. It was really exciting for me because I had never felt that way about any other career.
Car accidents can be scary. It can feel like the whole world is crashing down around you. Hurt in a car accident, I'm on top of it. I'm your go-to guy.
Call 222-2222. You build more than projects. You build what communities rely on. When the job site runs on results, put Kubota to work. Backed by expert service and support from your local Kubota dealer. Right now, bring home select Kubota KX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $7,000.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Next Jeopardy goes to space.
Yelp reviews of the universe.
Which cadet will be seeing stars?
Sometimes there's something very crazy happens here. There will be a from the green room.
Only on ABC 7.
The Whoopie Pie Festival is coming to Dover Foxcroft, and Berg Activewear is pleased to be a part of it again this year. Thank you for letting us be a sponsor, and we're looking forward to all the new flavors. Berg Activewear, celebrating 40 years of screen printing and embroidery.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back in, everyone. We're joined by Patrick Myers, who is a Whoopie Pie Festival organizer and also the executive director of this beautiful theater we are in, the Center Theater. Thank you for joining us, as always.
Always a pleasure.
So before we get to the Whoopie Pie Festival itself, I want to talk about a really, really cool thing that happened in I think it was February. The Whoopie Pie Festival actually was nationally ranked by USA Today. Tell us about that.
We were nominated for the USA Today 10 Best Specialty Food Festival competition. We ended up getting second place, and
which is amazing.
It's amazing. I mean, it was great to be recognized nationally, but also because it was based on local votes. So The folks who won first place were in a community about 6 times as large as ours, so we were really batting above our weight class.
I was going to say, that's kind of punching above your weight class, for sure.
The support of the community was huge, so it was lovely.
It really is outstanding, and I love that happened. First of all, it lets me know I'm not alone in my obsession with baked goods, which is really good. The festival turnout would also indicate as much.
Yes, indeed.
But also, we know how crucial the Whoopie Pie Festival is to the Dover Foxcroft community, both for the theater here as a major fundraiser, and then elsewhere in the community as well. So talk about that ripple effect of impact that this festival has.
It's certainly been the largest fundraiser for the Center Theater almost since its inception, and as it's grown, organizations like the Chamber of Commerce, it's their largest fundraiser, and there are dozens of other organizations that benefit directly from the festival, and then you can't have 10,000 people come to town with all the restaurants being full, gas stations. And, my hope is that people come to Dover Foxcroft for the festival and then stay for a while, get to see some of the beautiful scenery and just learn a little bit about the community that I love.
Maybe find a special place that they didn't have before.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, well, let's get down to brass tacks now, because we know folks are excited about the Whoopie Pie Festival. What can we expect this year, especially what's new?
Yeah, well, at the festival you come, you get tokens, exchange those for samples. We've got one of the big news, we've got almost 40 bakers this year, which is a huge record. 30 was our previous record. So be tons of whoopie pies. There's a beer garden this year. That's new, if you're into that sort of thing.
We're just checking all the boxes.
Right. And unfortunately, the other new thing is the construction in Dover Foxcroft.
Sure.
One of the bridges is under construction, so that's going to be a problem with traffic.
Yeah.
We're actually suggesting folks from Bangor and Points West take kind of a scenic route. We'll have these big yellow signs.
Yeah.
It's out of the way, but it'll probably end up being faster than coming through downtown.
All right, so folks should bring their appetites and their patience
Indeed.
To get to the festival, but we know it's going to be a smash hit as
Absolutely.
always. Thank you so much for joining
My
us
pleasure.
to tell
Thanks
us more
for coming.
about it. All right, folks, there is much more ahead. Stay with us.
On the road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from the Whoopie Pie Festival in Dover Foxcroft, is brought to you by Berg Activewear, offering a great selection of custom screen-printed t-shirts and resort wear. Visit our website at bergactivewear.com. McCusick Petroleum. See our website at McCusickPetroleum.com to learn more about our service agreements and heating options. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers since 1946. They have a nice selection of quality used vehicles and offer service on any vehicle.
Graham Plattner blamed women for getting raped. Who says something like that? Plattner said women should take some responsibility for themselves and not get so effed up they wind up having sex with someone they don't mean to. What's wrong with this guy?
Plattner said to avoid rape, women should act like an adult for F's sake. He's an awful person.
Graham Plattner is dangerous.
I would never vote for Graham Plattner.
Pine Tree Results PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
If you've been injured in a motorcycle wreck, call 855 Iron Law today. Iron Horse Motorcycle Lawyers. We protect our own.
Maine may be a small state, but we face big challenges, and Senator Susan Collins delivers solutions. When our veterans were left out in the cold, Susan Collins secured $3.6 million to help end veteran homelessness. And Collins co-sponsored the bill to protect military spouses' survivor benefits and provide rural veterans access to VA facilities. With her dedication, Susan Collins secures victories time and again for our veterans. Tell Senator Susan Collins to keep championing solutions for Maine's veterans.
ABC 7 and Fox 22's Jack Webb named Maine's Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association.
Welcome back in, folks. The high school and softball playoffs are underway, so let's check in with the Central Red Devils, who earned a big win in their Class C quarterfinal matchup. The Red Devils entered the Class C North playoffs as the 6th seed and were matched up with the 3-seed Washington Academy Raiders in an exciting game. Central pulled off the upset with a 4-2 win, sending them to the Class C North semifinal round. The Red Devils credit the upset win to the same energy their dugout brings each and every game.
We had to be loud in the dugout. We had to be loud for Eiley. We just had to go in thinking this could be the last one, but we don't want it to be.
When they're up and at it, they do so much better rather than when they're sitting on the bench and sulking about it, basically. It's like when we're in it, they're all in it, and they go hard.
Our next task, number 7 Holton, who also upset a high-seeded team, defeating number 2 Mattinock Academy. That matchup will play out Saturday morning at 9:30 in Cornith. The Red Devils are embracing the underdog mentality, and their drive to win a state championship this year stems from the close-knit bond this team shares.
I think that we can be and will be very good, and I think that it's just now showing that we are very good.
We've got a big senior class, so I think going into next year they would love to have a state championship under their belt, but I think where we're such a big group and we've been together for so long, it would mean a lot to us.
I just love these people so much, and it's just, I want to win with them and I want to win for the seniors.
Chaos in Class C softball. Thank you to the Red Devils for letting us come. Good luck tomorrow. We've got breaking news out of Orono. Maine women's hockey head coach Molly Engstrom is stepping down. Engstrom is leaving Orono to pursue a role as an assistant coach in the PWHL. She'll join the franchise in Detroit. Engstrom took over the program back in 2022. She was a runner-up for Hockey East Coach of the Year in her first season. She went 54, 76, and 11 in her 4 seasons in Orono. In a statement released by Maine Athletics, Engstrom said, "I am so grateful for my time spent in Maine. It was truly a dream." The Black Bears now begin their search for a new head coach. For now, that is all the time we have for sports. Here is your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you very much. Some nice warm temperatures across the state once again for today, but we are cooling off now with a few showers and thunderstorms in the area. 83 for a high here in Bangor for today, 88 again in Millinocket, but low to mid 70s up near Holton and Presque Isle for today. Those morning showers and thunderstorms kept you a bit cooler to start off the day, and here's that sea breeze keeping you at 64 degrees in Rockland. Unfortunately, it's a bit cooler for you along the coastline for today, but for tonight, a lot of us will have lows near the low 60s. You'll be a bit warmer near Monson and Millinocket, but by your coastline again, you're looking at low to mid 50s after being a bit cooler for today. Now into tomorrow, we're going to get plenty of sunshine, and we are going to warm up once again, many of us in the mid to upper 80s in the Bangor area. That stretches up into Millinocket, close to 80 up into the northern tier of the state as well. We'll have to see what happens in Clayton Lake and Caribou for tomorrow. So the average highs this time of year right around the mid 70s. Well, we're going to be well above that for your weekends. Tomorrow, of course, 87, 83 for Sunday. Then we're back near average Monday after we get some rain showers on Sunday. So that'll keep us a bit cooler, but we'll warm right back up into the upper 70s and low 80s for Tuesday and the Wednesday. But yes, Thursday and Friday is looking a bit cooler. Some of those days, especially Friday, can be back below average with a high just near 70 degrees. So a few showers and thunderstorms out there right now. The wind from the south is helping fuel that. Now you're getting an east wind in Millinocket starting to pick up with those showers and thunderstorms in the area. Now we may have a few linger into the early overnight hours for tonight, but we got better chances just after midnight for a line of storms here. That looks to arrive right around 2 a.m. for us, especially in Bangor. This line stretches all the way up to Presque Isle. The good news is no severe threats with these. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder, just some heavy downpours, and then maybe some gusty winds with these as well. But otherwise, outside of these thunderstorms, the winds will be calm. There'll be areas of dense fog that we have to be careful about driving out and about throughout tonight as well. So into tomorrow, we'll get plenty of sunshine, but there is going to be a very weak boundary on the eastern side of the state that can pop up a few showers, but that's going to be right near the border and maybe outside of the state line. So not too worried about any weather for tomorrow. Many of us staying dry with plenty of sunshine, and yes, it's going to be a warm one for tomorrow with those mid to upper 80s. But here we go in the Sunday. A little bit more cloud cover comes in. Now we can see a few showers and thunderstorms early in the day for the northern tier of the states, but we'll get more clouds moving in throughout the day, especially into Bangor. And once we get into your Sunday evening and Sunday nights, we'll have another chance for some more showers and maybe even thunderstorms making their way back into the area. So for tonight, we got lows in the low 60s, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Areas of dense fog likely for tonight, so be careful out there. Don't use your high beams if you're on the road. Otherwise, winds staying pretty light out there. For tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. There will be a weak boundary on the very eastern side of the state. We shouldn't have to worry about that too much. Many of us staying dry with highs near the mid to upper 80s, looking at 87 degrees here in Bangor for tomorrow. So here's a look at your extended forecast. We will slowly cool off. Sunday, 83. We do have a chance for a few thunderstorms out there. And Monday, a slight chance of lingering showers. Mid 70s then. We'll be back near 80 on Tuesday, and we're firmly in the low 80s by Wednesday with partly cloudy skies.
And we will be right back with more from the Center Theater in Dover Foxcroft.
On the road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from the Whoopie Pie Festival in Dover Foxcroft, is brought to you by Rowell's Garage. Has been serving customers since 1946. They have a nice selection of quality used vehicles and offer service on any vehicle. Rose Bike Shop is Orono's premier full-service bike shop. Sales and service for all riders. Howard Insurance with 3 locations, Dover, Dexter, and Newport. Visit our website at howardins.com.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Consider a Rinnai direct vent wall furnace from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basementy. Our stable lock wall system offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Got old metal and junk cars? Turn that clutter into cash at Daddy and Daughters. We make recycling easy, fast, and fair. From Skowhegan to Dover Foxcroft, from Troy to Lee, you can trust our certified scales and friendly service, offering top prices for junk vehicles in Maine. Whether you drop off or we pick up, Daddy and Daughters covers central and eastern Maine. Come see us at one of our 4 locations and watch your scrap pay off. Daddy and Daughters turn scrap into cash.
Jado Highlands Golf Course, nestled in the woods of Lincoln, just a short drive from Bangor or Holton. Designed for players of all abilities, Jado features everything a golfer desires. 18 fully irrigated holes, driving range, practice green, and a golf shop with instruction available. Jado maintains quality course conditions while proudly displaying some of the most scenic views in Maine. Challenge yourself to a round of golf surrounded by the beauty of Maine at Jado Highlands Golf Course.
Finally, live here in Dover Foxcroft for nearly 2 decades, this Maine community has dedicated a weekend each June to celebrating the Whoopie Pie. And with thousands expected to attend this year's festivities, our Alex Schley tells us a little bit more about the year-round economic impact.
Every June, Dover Foxcroft becomes the unofficial capital of Maine's most iconic dessert, the Whoopie Pie.
And it just has grown. I heard as many as 10,000 last year. Bakers come from all over the state and out of state.
What began as a celebration of the classic Maine treat has evolved into one of the region's biggest annual events, drawing visitors from across New England. Officials from the Chamber of Commerce say for many visitors, the festival is their first introduction to Piscataquis County.
A lot of people that come to visit, they are either passing through and then just see, oh my gosh, like this is such a pretty little town. Let's stop and visit on our way through to wherever they're heading. And then that makes them want to come back just for us, just for Piscataquis in the future, instead of going through to their other destination.
Regardless of what brings folks to the heart of Maine, locals say they're happy to welcome visitors with open arms.
Piscataquis County is very special because it is out of the way, so it still has that hometown getaway feeling. When people come up here, they can kind of relax. They can feel like they can take a deep breath.
After grabbing a Whoopie Pie, many visitors continue exploring Main Street, stopping into local stores, restaurants, and businesses along the way.
We have the overflow here.
Business owners say that surge in foot traffic creates an economic boost that often lasts well beyond the weekend festivities. In Dover Foxcroft, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
That is all from us here at the Center Theater. Thank you so much for watching ABC 7 News at 6 live on the road in Dover Foxcroft. Don't forget about the Whoopie Pie Festival this weekend, and have a great rest of your night.
night, tracking damaging winds and intense downpours as severe storms hit millions in the Northeast. Plus, the United States opening ceremony for the FIFA World Cup.